Yo, man, Carolina's in the building. What up, homie?
Yeah, what up, brother?
J. Cole.
How you doing?
Rock Nation.
You know, Greg Street, you know, legendary name, man, you know.
Hey, man, but you doing some big things, man.
Appreciate it, dog. You know, trying. I don't think I'm there yet, but, you know, we slowly ascending. You know.
Oh, you definitely gonna make it, man. Big shouts out to the whole crew, man. They working hard for you.
Absolutely. Much love to, you know, the whole Columbia, Rock Nation. They making magic happen, you know what I'm saying?
How's Jay-Z feeling about the project?
Man, he's super excited. Like, I'm super excited. Every time I go play him a record, I think his reaction's like, you know.
Now, the underground buzz is crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just now starting to, you know, to come to the main side, but I built a nice foundation of fans over the past year and a half, so, you know, hopefully that come in handy.
What's been the craziest city so far?
Craziest city? Yo, it went like this. I did New York was crazy, I did Houston, I did Atlanta, and they was all shocking me, right? And I did New York again, SOBs, and it was incredible, like nothing tops it. But last month, I did Chicago for the first time. Hands down, yo. That show was probably the craziest show I did, like in terms of everybody in the crowd, you know, knowing every word and showing nothing but love. And they had to sit through like 10 opening acts and still, you know, had energy for me. So Chicago probably so far was they got the crown.
How does it feel to be like one of the top new up and coming, like what the fans would call quote unquote real hip hop rappers that's really in the game, that's doing the thing, and then you're not from New York, you're not from LA, you're not from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying?
It's incredible, man. It's like, you know, I look at like, I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's like, in the grand scheme of things, in everybody's eyes, like, I'm not supposed to be where I'm at. Like, a kid from Fayetteville ain't supposed to be here. Like you said, it's supposed to be an Atlanta kid or New York or, you know, LA or something like that. So it's a blessing for me to be here, but this is what I always wanted. It's what I always, like, envisioned. And I ain't where I want to be yet, but, you know, I'm slowly getting there.
What do you think was the most important thing that you did in your career to get the attention of the people to want to sign you?
I think the most important thing I did was I didn't, right around that 2003, 2004 area, I didn't conform to what all the labels, because labels didn't know what they was doing. They was selling singles. I didn't conform to what they was telling unsigned artists they had to do. They was being lazy. They was saying you gotta have this many MySpace friends. You remember that? It was all about your MySpace friends, your MySpace plays, your buzz, your mixtape buzz, and I didn't believe in that because all the people putting out mixtapes was trash. So I was, well, not trash, but you know, to me, you know, whatever. And I was like, man, if I just do good music, I get my deal and I do it like that. So that's how it happened. You know, I got signed off of music. I had zero buzz, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably the best thing I did was just stay true to what I thought I should do.
What's like your favorite mixtape you released so far?
That I put out? Probably the warm up, because it sounded more like an album. It's more me growing. I put out this mixtape before that called The Come Up, and it was me just straight spitting, more raw, not really aimed in no direction though, just rapping. The warm up was more like, you know, feel like an album. And you know, I'm more proud of like sequencing and concepts and, you know, and things like that, and the stories I told on there. So yeah. Who's
like the biggest producer that you worked with so far that you was excited about being in the studio with?
Yeah, well, I produced my own stuff, but for this album I worked with somebody else. His name was No ID. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, you know, match made in heaven, dog. That was the biggest thing that could have happened for me as a producer, was to get in with No ID and learn so much from him. And we got some incredible songs out the Ordeal, so No ID definitely.
So when should we expect this album?
Man, expecting November, December. I ain't throwing no dates out there really, because, you know, who knows? It's all about, you know, the most people gotta want your album. You know how it works. You don't want to put your album out there when, you know, when everybody don't want it. You want the most people to want your album. So that's what we're working on right now.
J. Cole in the building. New album's coming. Rock Nation.
Yep, absolutely. Rock Nation, Carolina. Shout out to the whole A. Greg Street. You already know.